Okay, so this is my 2000 Subaru Outback with the H4 four-cylinder engine. So it's a little different from the 6. The starter has been going bad. It has clicks a lot before it'll finally engage. Sometimes you wait forever before it'll finally engage. Nothing else is wrong. All electronics have checked out. The battery is fairly new. No problems with solenoids or fuses or anything like that. So I know it is the starter, the solenoid in the starter. Funny enough, it's cheaper to replace the whole starter than it is just the solenoid. I don't know why. But anyway, it is down underneath the air filter and intake. So all that will have to come out. So all this, have to undo all the hoses, go to that, have to take off the air intake, and don't forget to disconnect the battery, since you will be working with the positive post on the starter. So the air intake with the air filter has been taken out, letting access now to the starter underneath. I've undone the bolt there to the positive terminal there, and the plug there for the solenoid. On this one, the 2000 four-cylinder Outback, it's a 12mm bolt. I know some guys on YouTube with the 6-cylinder version, it's a 14. Also, difference with this one, you have this bracket in the way that's bolted in 2 different spots onto the transmission. So that's a real pain. And then also a difference with this one that's problematic is you have the coolant hoses for the heater core going into the firewall, and they go right over on top of the starter. So other versions on the Subaru, it's super easy, well, relatively. You undo it and just pop it up from the top. But on the 4-cylinder, you're going to have to get it from the bottom. So I went ahead, took the front tire off, have the car on jack. So we're going to have to reach underneath. So behind the steering, there's a starter. And that's the bolt you got to take off to get the wrist. So just the 2 bolts, the one here and then the one up top, and then it should come right out. Alright, so there's the starter. So the 2 bolts are 14mm. The one in the bottom actually wasn't as bad as I thought. A little hard to get to, but it came out fine. The top one on mine, though, it's supposed to just be a nut that holds in right there. And the whole stud came out from the block, so I'll have to take that off. I'll hold it with a vice grip, get the nut off, and then reset this back in where it's supposed to be. Put some thread lock on there so it doesn't come off again. But yeah, it's out, and there's the brand new one. So we should be good. Alright, new starter is in. So just reverse of how it came out. It's your electrical connections. That little guy there, and then this new starter did come with a new bolt there. Alright, so I'll tighten that up and should be done soon. Okay, so everything's back together. Hoses are all put in, the air intake. Battery's connected again. So go ahead and test it out. Haha. There we go. New starter. We're all set.